If you're familiar with the works of Jason Rohrer, then you'll know that his games are pretty resistant to objective criticism. Rohrer single-handedly develops and publishes his games, and as such they are generally intimate personal affairs. Most would be just at home in an art gallery, as they would your Steam library. Rohrer has dabbled in multiplayer before, most notably in the two-player only game Sleep is Death. In Sleep is Death, one player creates a world, characters and story, while another player plays it. Similarly to stuff like Dungeons & Dragons, a real person essentially takes the role of a game engine. Of course, Sleep is Death is about as intimate as a multiplayer game can be, so it was still in keeping with Rohrer's previous titles. Therefore, when I heard that Rohrer was creating an MMO, I was intrigued. The Castle Doctrine is a strategy game with a unique premise. Every player starts with a house, a safe, a family and $2,000. To get more money, you must either rob from another player's house or kill players entering your own house. Of course, you're not able to defend your property directly. Money can be used to purchase a variety of obstacles, ranging from walls and doors to pit bulls and electric floors. Using these, the aim is to turn your house into a maze-like death trap. Ultimately, you want to stop would-be robbers from not only stealing the contents of your safe, but also from killing your wife and children. You can't just make your house impossible to survive though. After finishing construction of your deadly maze, the game makes you test run it. If you're unable to reach the safe, then you must tweak it until it's solvable. The Castle Doctrine isn't a game that pulls its punches. If you die while testing your own death trap, then that's it, you're dead, and must completely start from scratch. In true roguelike tradition, death in this game is permanent. Permadeath in this game presents an interesting dynamic. Robbing another player's house is extremely tense. Choosing between two doors could be the difference between starting over or becoming a millionaire. Unfortunately, herein lies one of the key problems with the Castle Doctrine. Because robbing houses is so risky, and carries the potential of starting over, it seems the smart choice is to just put all your effort into building strong defences, and just let the robbers come to you. It's a slower way of generating money, but at least there's no risk of starting over. Knowing Rohrer, this is a completely intentional design choice. The experienced and rich sit comfortably in their houses, amassing wealth, while the inexperienced and poor are pushed to extreme measures. While this may have value on an artistic level, it makes for a frustrating gameplay experience, something true for many of Rohrer's games. For me, the Castle Doctrine quickly became a game that I didn't really play, just one that I checked in on every now and then. It's possible to view security tapes whenever anyone enters your house. There's a sick satisfaction to watching a player die to a particularly clever trap that you've built. After a while though, the whole experience begins to feel a bit futile. I watched a lot of players die, adding to my wealth. Each player death would allow me to expand and improve my defences, which would mean more player deaths, which means further improved defences. Ultimately, the Castle Doctrine made me feel like I was just gaining money for the sake of watching a number grow. Frustrated with the tedium of playing purely as a homeowner, I decided to give robbing another go, this time kitted out with a saw and a gun. After being heartened by a successful robbery of $7, I gave it another go, this time entering the house of a more experienced player. I was quickly shot dead by the homeowner's wife. Because of one lapse in judgment, I was forced to start from scratch, losing my house and all of my money. I lost the urge to continue playing. The Castle Doctrine is not fun, and it's not entertaining, but it is bravely unique. Unfortunately, I found the idea of the game far more compelling than the execution, and it's difficult to recommend to the average player. I always look forward to new releases from Jason Rohrer, but games like Sleep is Death and Inside a Star-Filled Sky were able to merge art and gameplay to create far more fulfilling packages. The Castle Doctrine is impossible to critique in the same way as a standard video game release. A weird, nihilistic experience, I'd recommend thinking hard before shelling out for this art project.